Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and today is kind of part 2 of 3 makeup artist lines that have new products. On my eyes is the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette, and that's all I did. I didn't do his liners. Oh my god. You know, when I'm in a hurry, because this is later than I usually go, I find my brain just jams. Just words don't come. When I'm relaxed, I'm on time, I've got plenty of light, I think I'm a little bit easier. But today is not that day. So I went to Sephora to return a Pat McGrath blush and check out to see if they had the Makeup by Mario. They didn't have the contour sticks, they didn't have the bronzer, which is fine, but they did have the highlighter, which I got, and they have the blushes. So let me read you a little bit about what is going on with this release. Soft Pop Powder Blush has 3 mattes and 2 shimmers. The mattes are Desert Rose, Poppy Pink, and Wild Berry, and the shimmers are Mellow Mauve and Creamy Peach, which I think is what I got. Then there is the Soft Pop Blush Stick, and there are 6 shades: Pale Petal, Dusty Rose, Earthy Pink, Soft Coral, Raspberry, and Plumberry. The Soft Glow highlighter comes in 5 shades: Opal, sounds familiar, Pearl, sounds familiar, Golden, Honey, and Bronze. Something very interesting is when you look on the Sephora site, they don't describe these shades at all. They say what skin tones they will work on. Another thing that is a little weird to me, I don't think I've ever seen anybody come out with cream and powder at the same time. Usually it's like, let's do cream or let's do powder, and then something comes out later on. And I was wondering if there was a reason behind this. Like, if the colors were all the same, then it might be, I'm going to start with this cream and then I'm going to set it with the powder, but the shades aren't the same. When I take a look at the picture that I saw on Trend Mood, it looked to me like, oh, these are very cool. The ones that I remember what I saw, but I don't remember if it was the powder or the cream. Yeah, the powders, wow, talk about photographic memory. The powders, which are below, overall, if you just kind of sit back and look at them, those read very cool. And the creams that are above, if you just sit back and let that color come at you, it looks warm. But if you take 2 of those shades out, and those are the shades that your eyes are really reading, those are cool too. So I really, once again, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What's behind this? And once again, I don't know. So this is the stick. This is first impressions. A little shaky, packaging is a little cheap, really cheap. Oh my god, this feels like drugstore packaging. Okay, and this is what she looks like. And I can almost read this print without my glasses on. Thank you so much. This is Earthy Pink. Wow, I'm so, look how nice and big that is. I mean, I couldn't read it because I am blind, but I could almost read it. Now, this packaging actually feels a little better. It's obviously plastic, but it has a coolness. There's something interesting going on here. And it's magnetic. And this is not the blush, this is the highlighter. And I got the highlighter in, whoa, Pearl. Okay. Oh, well, maybe it's not that reflective. You don't know with highlighters until you get them on the face. It felt very soft and it felt unchunky, so that's good. And you know what, you guys, I forgot. I don't know that I meant to get this color because I feel like I have this color, and I thought I got the coral color because I don't have that, but I did the Poppy Pink. I don't think I intended to, but I didn't have my glasses on. This is the Poppy Pink. This is the kind of color that makes me happy, and again, it feels creamy, and that's what she looks like. It is a bluish pink. You know what I have out here? Here's the Pat McGrath in Cherish. There's the Pat McGrath in Cherish, which actually looks more blue than this one. So yeah, I probably messed up. All right, I have on my face the Etherealist by Kevin Aquan, and that is it. So let's go in with this guy first. Now, gosh, my hands are pretty clean, so I think I'm going to pick up like this on 2 fingers. Oops, that's kind of pigmented. I'm going to just take off the excess here. And now I'm just using the full length of my finger to just melt this. This is nice. Okay, I like this color a lot, and I have to do some comparison swatching. Right in front of me, I have something, so we're going to pull this out. I don't think it's going to be a match. Yeah, this is the Westman Atelier in Petal, but I may have something that's similar to this. This is the Ilia in Dreamer, which isn't too different. I do feel that there might be more of a peachy nature in this one. No. Actually, there might be, you know what it looks like? These two together make this. That's what it is. I like this color. Now, just for kicks, I'm just going to take this off. I like this. Yay, it's been a little while since I've liked something from Makeup by Mario. I was so excited when this line came out. You know, I've seen interviews with him, I've seen him apply makeup. He seems to be, I like the way he's centered and zen and all that while he's applying makeup, and he seems very skilled. He does have an aesthetic to me, you know, Patrick Ta, they seem very much the same, where it's all about contouring out and it's not about color at all. And I am more about color than contouring. I think, you know, contouring on me is not a good thing. But I've tried several of his products and they just didn't make the mark for me, except I do use his base. I do like that. Prime and Prep, I think it's called, Prime and Set. Consistently, I'm just not even interested. I don't want metals, I don't want metallics. The mattes were very, very warm, and it was just missing the mark. But I think this is good. All right, let's look at the other blush color. Okay, this is the kind of color I go for, you guys. So yes, I'm sure I have other colors like this, especially in cream. This actually reminds me of Fenty color, but I'm not sure which one. And it also reminds me of Daria, which is interesting. The Daria is from Natasha Denona, and she just released it in the Fluffy Puffy formula. And I have it in the cream formula in the Diamonds and Blush, and I also have it in the highlighter duo she did for the Love Minis. And this kind of reminds me of that, but I don't have it in powder. I'm going to use this brush, which is the blush brush I used for years and years and years. And I'm doing that because I used to have a bright, bright blush that I used, but I used it with this, and I used it very sparingly. Boop, 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 boop. Sound effects are very important. Move it around, and still it's pretty bright. So we'll give this a few minutes. I think it will probably fade a little bit. And I feel compelled, since I'm wearing a brand new shirt, to clean my hand, and then we're going to do the Westman Atelier. Okay, Westman Atelier. Her first lip product was this, and these are the colors. So we have the fuchsia, we have the orange red. It almost looks orange right now, but I'm going to say it's orange red. And these two neutrals that run cool. So we have warm and cool in here. But to me, everything's cool but this one. I find these to be a little difficult because I have fatter fingers. And whenever I would see her do a video with her celebrity friends, she would oftentimes say, just pat it on your lips. And I don't think that works well unless you have beautiful, stunning, full 20-year-old lips. I'm just saying. For me, these are a little bit better. I mean, I can do it with my fingers and have good luck, but more often than not, it's like, not quite, and I have to go in with a brush. Also, you know, it's hard not to bleed over into the next row unless you're using your pinky. And even then, you guys, I'm not that talented. This is Le Rouge and this is Le Nude. And the packaging is exactly the same except for this is nude and that is orange. But I love that color, it just excites me. And these are the colors. When I first saw them, I thought, this is way too light. But I played with them a little bit, and I don't think they are. So we're going to do each color. This one first. I feel that these feel different than the first one. I don't know if she changed the formula. I think she has. I don't know that she said anything about it, but these feel more balmy and less thick, even touching them. Now, I have had that product for several months, but I didn't get it when it first came out. So it's not that old, and I would hope that the formula wouldn't change that much. They don't feel the same to me, and I prefer this feeling. I find the red group is a little too heavy for my taste. These are not completely opaque, so I went in 3 times and got this. But there. This is like perfect for me because I see a little bit of the pinkness of my lips coming through. And also, if you like that, which I kind of do, maybe I could mix, let's just have a little fun. A little bit of this fuchsia with my pinky winky and a little bit of this red. Boop, boop, boop. Ooh, a little bit of an ombre here. It's so subtle, but I like it. So let's now go in with this pink shade. These are definitely matte. There's no gloss or sheen. You could certainly put one over if you want, but I really like this too. This is, it kind of reminds me of these. Not in what they feel like or the application, of course, or even the color, but the idea that it's just a little bit of color. It's not opaque. I really like that color a lot. And I'm just picking up this. Of course, you can mix them together. So that is the color at the very end, which is very your lips kind of a thing for me. And now we're going to do the darkest shade. Again, put my finger in here. Boom. They may look all the same to you, you guys, but they're not. It's just I've been rubbing my lips, so my lips are getting darker and darker as we go along. This color is not working with this look. I hate to like go through all the colors at one time, but I'm going to. Okay, I feel compelled already to clean that up. That I think this is the thing that is most bothersome about this, is these strips are just too small to work in a real way. I would, you know, it's got to be at least the size of my middle finger. Otherwise, you're just tapping a little bit of color on, and maybe that's her point. That's kind of all the colors together with this one down first. And I don't think my cheeks have faded at all, but I did put powder on top of cream, so maybe that's why. So, what do I think? I really do like this. I know it's expensive. I wish they were wider so I could just do individual colors easily without having to be so ginger about picking it up. That's a drag. The idea, I think, of a compact like this is ease, but it's not ease when you're like, ooh, 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 I can't get in that other lane. So that's a drag. I do believe that this is a different formula than this. These feel more comfortable than this to me. I think these are a little bit more opaque than this, but they might not be. It might just be because these colors are lighter, you can't see that they're the same opacity. I like it, you guys. When I first saw this coming out, I thought, nah, it's too light. But you know what? I think I'll get a lot more use out of that than I will out of the red one. Makeup by Mario. This packaging is so cheap. I mean, this is so cheap, I can't believe it. But I kind of don't care because this color, oh, I took it off, is beautiful, and the formula is beautiful. That's a really pretty color, and it's not like every other color. Don't get me wrong. In this selection of colors for both the powders and the cream sticks, there's a lot of, yes, we've seen that color. Yes, we've seen that color. But this color is a little bit different, and that's what I want to see when people are releasing blushes, especially because there's only so many places you can go. It's not like eyeshadow where you can do lime green and neon yellow. You can do anything on the eyes. On the cheeks, you can't. So I'm looking for companies to bring me something I haven't seen before. I'm not saying this doesn't exist somewhere, but I'm saying in my collection it doesn't. I realized that I forgot to do the highlighter from Makeup by Mario. So let's do that. Seriously, that's what happens when there's so much stuff on your table. It looked really light when I swatched it. Let's see what happens. And this color is Pearl. And it looks champagne when I'm looking at it this way. A lot of dust off, fallout. Huh. This, now I'm working it because that oftentimes kinds of polishes the pearls. And I have to say, you guys, this is a very subtle highlight. I can see it for sure, but it doesn't have that high reflection that it did when I swatched it. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? The swatch is different. Of course it would be. And on my face, I think it's actually very pretty, very subtle. I may already have it. The Laura Mercier #1 could be very, very similar to this. Now, that is upstairs, so I'm not going to go upstairs because it's hot and I don't want to break a sweat. I also have to say that the skin underneath looks as smooth as a baby's butt. And that's really saying something considering that I just put needles in my face a couple of days ago. But when I look close up, I'm like, wow, it has this weird smoothing effect on this area. So if you have texture, this might actually be okay. When I'm looking, yes, I'm seeing a highlight. Maybe it's the last couple of highlights I used were just so blingy. I'm just kind of like, oh, wait a minute, we're not doing bling? I'm confused. Let's put some on the nose. And I like to do highlighter right here. I think it helps to make you look more alert. Do I see it? I like this. You know what I like about it? It seems like it's very, very fine. There are no chunks in here, and it seems to do something for the skin. Makeup by Mario finally brings it home for me. I'm surprised, pleasantly so. And that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be smart and safe, and I'm wishing you good health.